Hey everyone, welcome back to the Cybersecurity Whisperer. I'm Elliott, your fast-talking, coffee-powered guide through this week's wildest security stories and what you can actually do about them. So let's jump in. Now, Nevada's August ransomware mess has finally been traced back to, get this, a single employee who, back in May, downloaded a malware-laced tool from a spoofed website. The attacker camped out for weeks, stole 26 sets of credentials, then in August, deleted backups and encrypted systems across 60 different state agencies. Now, the state refused to pay. They leaned on cyber insurance and pre-negotiated vendors. They spent about $1.3 million and they recovered 90% of their data in 28 days. I mean, that's a win compared with paying ransom, but still, one wrong click cost a month of chaos. And so, the action steps for us is we need to tighten the app allow listings. We need to restrict RDP to jump hosts, make backups truly immutable, and test your restore speed. That's what so many of us take for granted. We do backups and we'll even do tests every year on one or two files. But can you actually test how long it takes to back up an entire server, system state, redundancy across servers? Because when it hits the fan, resilience beats ransom. Now, Checkpoint researchers found 4 flaws in Microsoft Teams that let attackers edit messages without showing the edited label. They were able to spoof notifications, change display names, even fake caller IDs. And now Microsoft patched them, but imagine your CFO getting a Teams ping from a fake CEO saying, "Wire the money." So patch your clients, your Teams clients if you haven't. Review external federation if you allowed, and remind your executives if the chat asks for cash, call to confirm. Because remember, chat is just email with emojis. You've got to verify before you comply. Now, Proofpoint says organized crime is now partnering with cyber gangs to steal freight. They're abusing the legit remote monitoring tools like Screen Connect and Simple Help to get inside logistics networks, and then they're bidding on shipments and rerouting the cargo. I mean, it's hiding in plain sight because the tools are trusted. And so you need to lock down your RMM software to approved admins only, alert on all new installs or any after-hours use, and run fraud drills with your supply chain partners. Because when the remote tool is the malware, zero trust your help desk. Now, speaking of cloud identity exposure, ReliaQuest found 44% of real breaches tied to identity failures and over-permission cloud accounts. I mean, attackers don't need to hack in when they can just log in. And so use your SIEM tools, that's CIEM, to find unused permissions, swap standing access for temporary tokens, rotate exposed secrets, and yes, patch those old favorites like Log4Shell and OpenSSH. In the cloud, permissions are physics. Write the laws or gravity wins. Now, looking forward to 2026, Google's threat intel team says, big surprise, AI will define next year's battlefield. Adversaries will use AI for speed and scale, prompt injections, AI voice phishing, and attacks on virtualization layers beneath your OS. Now, defenders get AI agents too, the so-called agentic SOC, where analysts steer AI while it handles alert triage. And so treat AI agents as identities with least privilege and tight egress rules. And start training now for prompt injection attacks. If you don't identity manage your AI, someone else will. Now, a U.S. appeals court just ruled that putting stolen data on the dark web counts as real damage. That means lawsuits get easier and extortion gets nastier because attackers can say pay up or we'll publish and you'll get sued. So monitor dark web posts, save screenshots and hashes as evidence, and run tabletop exercises with legal on how to disclose published data versus access data. Publication is the new pivot. Track it like a control. This is at Penn State. A hacker claims they stole 1.2 million donor records and then used Salesforce Marketing Cloud to blast offensive emails to alumni. So the lesson here, your marketing platform is a privileged system too. 2 cyber pros were indicted for running Black Cat ransomware on the side while working as incident responders and ransom negotiators. Insider threat doesn't always look like an angry employee. Sometimes it's your own experts. And the Louvre, the famous Louvre Museum, turns out its IT systems once used default passwords like Louvre, and Thales. Yes, seriously, 2 decades of technical debt. Later, a real-world burglary finally forced security upgrades. I mean, if your password is the name of the building you work in, it's time to retire both the password and the server. So 5 moves for the week. First, audit every RMM tool in your environment and kill the rogues. Second, update teams and tighten who can chat externally. Third, run a cloud least used permissions report and disable all stale roles. Fourth, do 1 timed backup restore tests. I mean, see if you can recover in 4 hours like most have SLAs for. And fifth, document how you collect dark web evidence before legal asks for it. Security leadership, it's not about fear, it's about follow through. Nevada recovered because they prepared. Do the boring basics beautifully. That's where most breaches start and end. I'm Elliott, your Cybersecurity Whisperer. Be kind, patch often, and I'll see you next time.